Greetings, my friends. This is pretty new game. It's currently in early access. It's called Delta V. This is more or less a 2D mining simulator. I was already playing demo version of this game and it's quite interesting for me, especially when you consider that I've played quite a lot in a game that is called how it was called? Star Sector. It's also 2D with nice graphics, but this one looks more like player friendly in terms that combat is not main focus on this game, and in terms of Star Sector the combat is more or less main focus of that game, so it is very hard to play in Star Sector without combat. And as long as I've played demo of Delta V, the Rings of Saturn, there is some kind of interaction, and it can be little interaction between ships, including combat between ships, but it's not main focus of this game. It's more or less somewhat, it could be even categorized as incremental or something like that, because you fly into asteroid field, asteroid belts around the Saturn, you mine your interesting stuff, and then if your cargo hold is full, then you're getting back to space station to sell that, and then you can upgrade your ship, and in general rinse and repeat. It will be somewhat close to that. The game is still in development and it's getting new content, and this one I will play with tutorial started, so we will get how to play in this game once again, and then I'll probably play a little more with this, but at the first we will play just some basic introduction to this game. As you can see in background, there is quite nice graphics here. It's multiple levels of zoom available here, and everything is basically interacting in Newton physics world. So if you push your ship in one direction and then leave steering options intact, it will go in that direction indefinitely, anyway, up until the moment when you hit some asteroids or other ship, or you turn around and start just slowing down. Okay, let's play. My ship name is Polar Loss. Auxiliary power systems can provide a lot of power. Okay, we can see the HUD here and there. It's plenty of stuff going on into this onto this screen. Most important stuff is on the middle of the screen. This is Enceladus Prime to Polar Loss. Your mining license doesn't check out. Hold your ship for remote inspection. This is done by pressing X. I'll be using default steering options. Okay, please X to stop. Okay. Seems that you are late for your periodic inspection of the Polar Loss. I can set you up for temporary permission remotely. I didn't catch up to read this. Okay. How was it opening here? I can't keep this conversation back. Never mind. Let's check your autopilot orientation sensors. Orient your ship to 0 and hold that heading. It's done by left and right arrows or right mouse button. It's more or less 0. Good. Now set right click makes your ship turn to that direction on this round stuff. Now let's set to 90 degrees as they asked. That seems to be in working order now. The velocity centers accelerate to 20 meters per second into the ring. So the left mouse button dragging to the right, and we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 20. Okay, now into backwards, -5. Okay, there is -5. Hold your position, X. Give me a moment to fill this out. I'll be getting back to you very soon. On short, on the top right corner, we have some keyboard information about what is going on, and keyboard shortcuts and basic systems of the ship. On here, visual field. This is keyboards shortcuts that are used to fire up those thrusters and other different stuff. Visual feed is like telescope from space station, and you can see how far into Saturn rings you've gone. Okay, polar loss. It's time to check your mining equipment. Hold your position. Let's check your excavator. Open it up by pressing enter. What a beautiful ship. Okay, I'm pressing enter. I detect an ore nugget nearby, target locking U. Fly slowly towards it with your excavator open. I'm still pressing enter because when I stop it will close, and I will have to be opened. Then arrow up on keyboard is acceleration forward. This triangle that is on bottom right corner, it's my target of this nugget of ore. I need to go quite fast for this to enter my cargo hold, and now I can close this. Checking calibration of autopilot. Target one of the ice rocks floating around, like this one. Okay. Hold your relative velocity to that rock. Okay. You are clear of any ships. You are authorized to fire your mass driver. This is done by space. Bing. Match velocity to that nugget. Okay. Then on the middle of this lower below this thrusters information, there is information about ship, and more information about ship is on the left side. There is current target velocities and relative velocities. On top we have some basic radar information. Then on the lower right there is information about thrust vectoring, status of reactor, and fuel and ammunition for our mass driver. And then on the lower left there is information about our cargo hold, what is there, and how much is it worth. Okay, let's continue with this tutorial. Okay, we will have proximity alert in a second. Stop your ship using autopilot by X and G. Okay, autopilot is, seems to be working harder. Disengage and fire RCS. We have W, S, A, D, Q and E respectively, which is W for firing thrusters to move forward, S to move backward, A to move left, D to move right, Q to turn left and E to turn right. So, and this will disengage autopilot. I can fire it once and I will spin in that direction until I will hold G, which is autopilot. To follow left. We have stronger stuff on here, and the torch that is told about on the shift is main ship's engine. And let's fire this torch. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's fired. Re-engage autopilot and do full stop by pressing X. Final point. Bring on your onboard maintenance system by J. Here's information about status of each component of this ship. So head back to station when ready, or stay in the rigs and mine your temporarily, since it's good for one drive. So okay, thank you. I can target some more stuff here and try to get some more cargo from this. And now let's open cargo hold and grab this rock. Okay. It's already visible on the left side. Entering cargo hold here, this white stuff. Okay. Let's turn here. Match velocity. Shoot. And mine. Open and grab. What else I can get? We have some ship approaching. Let's try this asteroid. Our mass is still in the green field, so we can check this out. That's going very fast. And bam! We have some problems here. Hold. Let's check this out. Let's grab this stuff. Okay. We're near this asteroid, so we need to watch out for stuff. Let's fire this. What's there? Let's grab this rock. Okay. Rock is grabbed. Oh, there is something very interesting here. Some pod. Let's match velocity with this and we'll try to catch this up. And that will be quite hard. Okay, we grabbed this. Let's get this autopilot going for this thing, and we are going back to the base with that stuff. Okay, grabbed, and let's get back to base. How? Press J, select station and plot a course, and then we'll be going back to base. Calculating jump, and when it's ready we'll be going to space station. And now we're going back to space station. Oh, my drink has ended. This is space station. We have a ton of cargo. 50,000 for life pod rescue pod. Some H2O and more H2O and more H2O and more H2O. And platinum W, it's V, I don't remember what's this, but some of those stuff is pretty valuable, especially this life pod rescue reward. It's a ton of cash that will be very handful in the moment. Let's sell everything of those. So we have now tons of cash. Let's check market. Here is stock market prices of different elements and items in game. It's fluctuating up and down. For example, right now for unit H2O is worth 100 almost dollars or whatever this currency is, but BE is worth right now over 20,000 per unit, so it might be interesting to get this from our excavations. Okay, let's check repairs. We have ship that is unbroken. We can fine-tune this. For example, we can get some tune on the engine and increase its thrust or reset to default. Here we have some basic information about ship, description and uses of power and temperatures needed, because when we increase some of this stuff it will fluctuate, and that will be unacceptable if we change something. Like mass drivers are canon. This is too big power. We need smaller power, and we can get to even smaller power. Some default settings: autopilot markers, interplanetary xenon transit drive, proximity alert, how far it will be triggered. Many options. Then we have upgrades. It's most important stuff for this game probably. I will get to this in the moment. We have a dealer. If we are rich, we can get new ships, like this bigger one, or even bigger one. This is huge probably, but this ship cost 9 millions, and we can get also some used stuff here in different colors, or some bigger ships or whatever. Some will be better, some will be worse. Hard to tell. I've just watched this. I never got into that far in this game, but cheapest options are like similar to your ship. It's used one and it's like 200,000, so it's not very expensive. Then there is crew. I don't know everything about crew, except that you have to pay them some cash each month after hiring them. So you hire them, and a month after that you need to pay them. But they have some unique skills that can greatly improve your gameplay. For example, geologists have options like mineral discovery range, so they can increase your distance where you will see your stuff floating around, and they can provide information about what it is exactly, and as far as I can see here, it's also more accurate prediction about price of those stuff. And we have also mechanic that will help to maintain our ship. And what else? Pilot with better cars anticipation, so better ship handling. What else it is? Geologist, astrogator, tactical awareness range, highlight ships around you by their transponders, and coordinate tracking time. Astrogator. So those are 4 type of people: geologist, mechanics, pilot, and astrogator. And who knows if it's more to get or not. So stuff about repairs. So price also is different, and some are self-taught and some have basic experience already got. For sure, after hiring they will get experience. So it's quite nice where it's crew. It's closed. And logs is just game log about your actions, what you get, what you sold, and other stuff. Launch, ring, dive, it's generally getting back to mining. And upgrades, it's worth another episode exactly, because there is a ton of stuff that you can buy to your ship. You have 3 hard points on hull of this ship. It can be different number of upgrades for other ships, I don't know. Anyway, you can install some stuff here, like additional guns, or you can get claim beacon, and you will leave that beacon on place, and then you can go back to that place, or other shooting stuff. Or cargo containers, or drones, or whatever that can be here. Bigger gun, like railgun, to better destroy or manipulator, so additional hand that will help you grab stuff into your ship, or whatever this is. Whoa. Nani? What is Nani? Nanoparticle activated nuclear incinerator. Yay. Uses a continuous nuclear detonation. Oi oi. Some drones that help you get your stuff back, or other drones that will help maintain your ship for emergency repairs, so those are helping. Kinetic ammunition magazines, which fuel your gun if you have a kinetic gun. Nano drones will help you get parts to factory. I have nano drones. You have more drones than probably for this. Propeller tanks, so more or less fuel tank. Reaction control systems, thrusters. You can input big thrusters, but they can destroy your ship. They work in different ways, so it's depends what you want to set. Some are better, some are worse, depends what you get. Main propulsion, so main engine. This little or big stuff, whatever it's called, and whatever it's fueling, and how powerful that engine is. Some options to upgrade your fuel. Over 1 million for power unit, for reactor core. Yo. Ultra capacitor. It's battery storage, more or less. Power plant. It's something that changes power from reactor unit. Auxiliary power systems. Big furnace generator. NDAPS or other big this name is very nice for me. Unlimited power. Okay. Cargo bay. Definitely I want cargo bay baffles, because it adds some barrier that makes stuff in cargo way harder to get out from the ship in uncontrolled manner. And then there is some additional information units, like stuff that will make some furnace type from your cargo hold. So you will be able to sell stuff that is already made into different stuff. Autopilot. Different styles of autopilots. You can have no autopilot. It's like faster stuff and more precise one. Head-up display, it's a nice feature. You can have this green stuff that you saw, but it can be also on monitors in different combination. You can have even something like this, and metric mode for this is also available, whatever it's called, metric units, and not physical units. And some super advanced stuff that's changing whole setup. I think I like this one, but I will not use it right now. Also, another interesting stuff for this is that you always get all your cash back, so you can choose whatever it is and trade it back if you don't like this. Okay, I think this is all for this episode of introduction to this game, and I will fly some more in another episode. Let's get some cash and invest into this ship, and then we can go and find some other stuff. So keep it subscribed and see you soon.